Hello. So this is what I've been using as my planner. It's a notebook. I've had it for a while. I got it when I started making soap. Soap is a very expensive hobby, but it's so much fun. So I haven't made soap in a bit. I have all sorts of stuff in here. This is where I'm actually getting to today. So I've used this as a planner, different things. I have my cleaning list on here. I've got the dates. I've got laundry to make sure I fold and put it away, and when I did it. Feeding the dogs, the cat, and the hamster, just because I like keeping that organized and somewhere I can check it off that it was done every day. This is where I meal prep for what we're having for dinners, lunches, breakfast, my goals for the week, my grocery shopping lists, and this little AM and PM is my medication tracker. I take meds in the AM and I take one med in the PM. So I keep track of that. Here's like the next week. We went grocery shopping, so some of these are crossed off. I haven't written down my goals because they haven't. Next week, tomorrow, I will write down my goals for the week. Yeah, but it starts off every Sunday. Sunday is litter box dishes, and dining room. Monday is litter box dishes, bathroom, and laundry. Tuesday is litter box dishes and kitchen. Wednesday is litter box dishes, bedroom and floors. Thursday is litter box dishes, laundry room and laundry. Friday is litter box dishes and hamster cage, which I should bring you along for one of those, kind of spot cleaning the hamster cage. And then Saturday is litter box dishes, living room, floors, and laundry. And then I have started just in the past week. I don't think I really want to show you, but I started doing budgets, like budgeting. I have budgets for the whole month, and then I have a bi-weekly budget. So after payday budget and a whole month budget. And this has been really working out. You don't need to get a fancy planner to stay organized, though they are pretty and they are very effective, and you don't have to think about it and you don't have to write out the like the boxes and everything at the beginning of the weeks or a few weeks ahead. You don't have to do that, but a notebook will do what it needs to do, and it's flexible. I can use it for other things. Like the beginning, I used it for soap making. Now I use it as my planner / budget. And I've used it for video content, like kind of scripting out what I'd say for a video. So, a nice notebook. That's all you really need. You don't need to go fancy into planners, because I've looked into a lot of different planners. I do love being organized. I'm not a very organized person, but I'm definitely in that time of my life where I feel like organization is very important. And I've looked into all sorts of different planners at different budgets and, different things. Going into organization, I eventually do want to get a digital calendar for the wall. It's something that I know I don't necessarily need, but I know it would help me stay organized, and I kind of want one really bad, but they are expensive. You can get, there's all sorts of different price ranges for those. There's, let's see, like Skylight. Everybody knows about the Skylight. It's the cheapest is like $300 for a 15-inch, and the most expensive is like $600 or something. Those are good, but they have a subscription tied to them. To get all their features, you need a subscription, so I don't like that. So I don't want one of those. The hearth display, it is beautiful and it is made for kids in mind, but it has a subscription and I don't want that. So my two options when I do get a digital calendar are probably going to be, at the high end, a Cozilla calendar, or an Apollo Sign calendar at the low end. Because you can get an Apollo Sign digital calendar for like $400 for a 21-inch, or you can get a 24-inch Cozilla calendar for like 590. So it's one of those things where I eventually hope to get it, but I don't see it in the near future happening. I may just end up with like a 15-inch Cozilla, and I'll be happy with that, because Cozilla is very flexible. They're starting to come out with their own apps, and that's cool and useful, that already come pre-made, like pre-downloaded onto your Cozilla, which is nice. And I like the style of it. It's just a nice style and it's pretty. But the Apollo Sign is cheaper. And they're both flexible, and neither of them have a subscription. I don't want to have to pay when I already paid a bunch of money for something, to then have to pay monthly or yearly to continue to use that product, It makes no sense to me. I don't want to pay a subscription. So let me know, have you guys ever thought about getting a digital calendar? Are you planner people? Do you use planners? Do you use digital calendars, digital calendar apps? What kind of system do you have for planning out all the things? Yeah, in my opinion, I think my son would really benefit from a digital calendar for chore charts. Somewhere he can look and see and mark off that, he has got this chore, he better do it, I think it would really benefit him. And I know there's other ways to do that, but it also kind of gets them excited in a way. They're like, oh yeah, I check it off and I get confetti and it's cool, And rewards. We started a reward, like a star system app thing for him, for, his like routines, to make sure he brushes the teeth and that he's behaving. And because it has like, you can take away stars or you can give stars for good behavior or bad behavior, and it seems to be working good. He worked really hard towards his goals, and he was able to go to the arcade this weekend, so sorry. Rambling I am. I'll stop rambling. So get yourself a notebook, find a system that works for you. I didn't know where to start really when it comes to the budgeting. You know what? I'll show you. I will show you my budgeting. So this is my monthly. So it's got income, it's got bills, saving, which is empty right now because I haven't had any savings right now. I need to get a savings account again or start putting away money somewhere. Expenses and the summary for the month. And then here's the bi-weekly, just the same thing. So if you're struggling on how to come up with something like that, I just went to Google and I typed in budget planner or just budget page, something along those lines, budget template. You'll find something on Google Images to kind of work your off of if somebody needs help with that. Let's see. The dogs are good. Kitten's doing great. Getting bigger and bigger. I'd show you him, but I'm not sure where he is right now. Growing up on the streets, I have seen their weapons many times. And closely. Well, remember to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. And I will see you guys later.